Alright, so what's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now, as you can tell from the weapon that my character's holding, I finally got Diamond SMGs in Vanguard. It's literally taken me months. Towards the start of the game, it's actually quite funny. I think I got like 4 gold guns within the first week of the game coming out. I think I got, what was it? So it would have been the MP40, the Tommy gun, I think was the second one I got gold. Then I believe it was the Type 100, and then I think it was either the Sten. Yeah, it was the Sten. Then I got the Sten gold, and then I just didn't really camo grind from like the end of the first week of the game coming out up until recently, where I had my like forcing myself to play Vanguard game video. Then I went ahead and got the PPSH gold, and then I went ahead and got the Owen gun gold, which means I finally have Diamond SMGs. I'm kind of embarrassed, to be honest, because this year I said, you know, we're going to get on the camo grinds, we're going to be making camo guides, and, you know, we're going to be making loads of videos. And the exact opposite happened, not only just because of my own sort of fatigue on the game, but also because my PC died in the first, like, 2 weeks of the game coming out, so that was fun. I have to say, that was definitely a big motivator towards why I stopped playing, because I had the motivation to camo grind and everything. Then I started dropping off a little bit, and then my PC died, and by the time I got it fixed and got the parts and built it, I felt like it was a bit too late, and then I just sort of like gave up. I was like, you know what, screw it, it's done, the launch has happened. Everyone's kind of annoyed at the game, like not really like, you know, the game wasn't dead at this point, but it was like, you know, it was on the downfall, I'd say, Vanguard, from the like very high point that was launch, and it just sort of declined so quickly. And by the time I got back, I was able to start making videos again. It just wasn't it. I don't know. I did have the motivation, but then it sort of just dropped, and we're at the point now where I've only just got Diamond SMGs, which is quite funny. I have to say, I don't mind Diamond in this game. It's not on par with, like, the classic Black Ops. What? Why? Why is my input device on fucking mouse? I didn't do that. What is this game, man? I definitely think by the time Modern Warfare 2 comes out, that's definitely going to be where I'm going to hit my stride. Hopefully, if the game is at least on par with Modern Warfare in terms of, I don't know, in terms of, like, camo grinding and, I don't know, just a feeling of COD. If Modern Warfare 2 is even on par with Modern Warfare, especially for the launch of the game, then I think that's going to be the year where I can hit my stride, get the camo guides out, that kind of stuff. And, yeah, hopefully. But if not, then I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I really don't. But anyway, I'm hoping now that I've got Diamond SMGs, this is going to sort of motivate me to get through the camo grind. So I've done the Diamond SMGs. I've got them done. I've got the MK11, if we find it somewhere. This is my only launcher at the moment that I have gold. But I have the Bazooka and the Panzerfaust both on this challenge here, if I show you. This challenge here, this is the only one I need for both the Panzerschreck and the Bazooka. This one's on 17, the other one's on like 5 or 10, something like that. And then it's just the Panzerfaust, and that launch is done. And also in terms of the snipers, I'm glad I left it this long to actually do this grind, because the PTRS is a thing, and from the gameplay I've seen of it, it's so much better than I think any of the snipers in the game, to be honest. That's just the impression I get. If it isn't, then, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not caught up. But it's basically the Barrett 50 cal of this game. It's semi-auto, it packs an absolute punch, and with the iron sights on it as well, it just looks so good. And I actually almost cannot wait to get it done, because it just means the sniper side of this camo grind is going to be pretty easy. Well, not easy, but, you know, easier than previous years. I'd say probably Cold War's the worst, in my opinion, for camo grinding with snipers. Either that or Black Ops 4. That one was really bad as well. But my main focus now with camo grinding is going to be the assault rifles. That's what's next for me. Once I've done the assault rifles, probably LMGs. Yeah, I'm just going to go through the main, like, classes: assault rifles, pistols, LMGs. Then once I've done them, yes, it would be smart to go ahead and do, like, snipers or something, but I'm at a bit of a fragile point here where I'm not, like, committed to this game. So I feel like that if I get more progress on it, then I'll have more motivation to go ahead and complete it, if that makes sense. I genuinely can't even see this guy. Like, he's hiding behind... He's got, like, this little fucking indent of the rock, and that's why he's head glitching. That's so sick. Yeah, I'm out. Bye. Honestly, I said this in, like, one of my previous videos, but Demiansk is actually not even a good map. It's just fucking... One of the ideas that I've seen thrown around recently with, obviously, the whole acquisition of Activision by Microsoft is, you guys know the Master Chief Collection for Halo, where it's basically, like, not necessarily remastered versions of the game, but it's like upscaling graphics, you know, sort of like a 4K coating, I suppose, on the game. They bring back the servers for the old games, and they're actually like supported well, as opposed to like if you went back, and I think they shut down the servers actually for the old Halo games, so the only way you can play like online for Halo 3 or something like that, I don't know the Halo game, the only way you can go ahead and play a multiplayer for an old Halo game is through the Master Chief Collection. And I would love them to do something, you know, similar for COD. I need them to do something similar. Imagine they release a game which is like sort of hub for like every single old Call of Duty game. They all have live servers, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people playing them, they have an upscale in graphics. It just sounds perfect. I'm gonna turn my audio down because I can't be bothered, to be honest. So one of the things in this game is just AIDS, like the amount of bombs that go off, the amount of fire and grenades and just everything like that. It just makes it such a fucking shit experience, in my opinion. Just like the amount of like spam there is. It's why when I do camera grinding, I don't predominantly play like ship house, because I just honestly think that, yeah, the grinding is probably a bit quicker on Das House and shipments, but I just think the experience is so much more draining. For me personally, I don't have the Jev mindset, so I can't just sit here and like lose brain cells over a camo. Well, I can, because I'm doing it now, but what I mean like is, if I get to a point where I'm unhappy in the game, I can't like just drive myself to carry on like Jev can. I just stop playing. Whereas Jev, if you know, if he has a few bad games in a row, he just carries on. He just keeps getting the progress, and I highly respect it, because I wish I had that same mindset, but I'm a coward, so I have a few bad games and I stop playing for a week. I don't know, most people say like, oh, if you're not playing a game, then you know you shouldn't play it, and you know that's how you look. If you're a camo grinder, you know what I'm talking about. You get it, alright? To be honest, I'm quite interested to see what Season 2 is going to bring for this game and Warzone. I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything out of the ordinary. Like, they're not going to add anything like brand new. It's just going to be maps and modes. But I want to see, because obviously they delayed it by a couple weeks, right? So I'm thinking it has to be like something. Maybe they're just getting it into a playable state. It's just gonna be the same old, but I honestly think like, what if they're adding something like relatively big? Because they might be thinking like, we need to get people back, we need to get people playing Vanguard again, we need to get some sales up. Maybe they're gonna do something big, something drastic. Or maybe I'm just reading too far into it. Honestly, though, I'm grateful they delayed Season 2, because that gives me enough time to get to level 200 and complete the Battle Pass. I've completed every single Battle Pass for Call of Duty, well, since Modern Warfare 2019 came out. I've also gotten to, you know, level 200 every season in Cold War. I've done all the officer challenges. I just, you know, I need to have this like completionist thing throughout the whole games. And I was really worried I wasn't gonna be able to do it for this game, because I haven't been playing as much. But obviously, double XP they'll probably have it as a thing at some point. Alongside that, they delayed the season. I have my own tokens, so I can go ahead and get 200 easily, and I hopefully get some diamond in a few weeks as well. Like this. Do you see what I mean here? When I was talking earlier about like this game being like really spammy and AIDS, like I think this new grenade is actually the cause of it. I literally don't get the design behind the new grenade. It's a thermite crossed with a Molotov, crossed with like a smoke grenade, like crossed with white phosphorus. Like, Sledgehammer, look, like, what were you thinking? That's wildly imbalanced. What the actual I don't know, man. If they want to add a brand new type of grenade that's never been added to COD before, add something interesting, add something that's not as cancerous, and make it so I can actually see where I'm going on these maps. That would be great, honestly. There we go. They've called in the fucking bombs again. Even though my screen shakes down to 50%, I still can't fucking see where I'm going. Look at this. It's such a quality game. I love it. The cluster bombs in this game is literally the cluster strike from Modern Warfare, but like times 4. It's like if you got that kill streak and called it in 4 or 5 times, that's what it is. Still there. How is it still there? I am actually at a point now with this game where when I'm grinding and I'm just playing Das House or something, I just turn my volume down to where it's at now. Like, you guys can probably barely hear it. I'll probably turn it for the video, actually. What? Can we just admire this play of the game, please? What? Hello? I don't know, man. I don't even know what I was talking about before the fucking, like, play of the game, like, invisible glitch happened. My head is gone. My head is off in fucking Antarctica or something. I have to say, I really like this blueprint. What's it? The deck collector. If you put on any sort of basic camo along with it, it keeps like the gold like effects. Like that's the gun normally, right? That looks sick. But then you have like a standard camo. Like, I've got this white one. It keeps like the gold accent. Like, look at that. That looks so cool. Why can't I do this with all the blueprints where camos, like, add to the actual, like, base blueprint effect instead of just, like, covering it up? That looks really cool. And I wish we had more of that throughout Modern Warfare and Cold War. I do honestly think that Vanguard's camo grind is probably my favorite out of the three we've previously had. So with the Damascus grind, the DIAMOND grind, and Atomic. If somebody told me to choose one of them to commit my life to until I get it, I'll probably choose this one. Even though I do think this is my least favorite because I've been playing it less, obviously. And as much as I dislike Cold War, the camo grind was one of the best experiences that I've had in COD history in terms of like a personal experience. I don't mean like with friends or anything, like just playing on my own. I do genuinely think that DM Ultra grind was one of my favorite experiences just because it was actually a pretty fun grind. I'm not gonna lie. Even despite that, I think I would choose Atomic over the others just because of how much not easier, but how much more user-friendly it is. Just small things like you don't have to level up your launchers, right, and you don't have to level up your melee weapons, and there's only 5 camera categories for both of those things as well. Also, the introduction of these challenges here, where it's like 100 ADS kills with these attachments, I think that's a brilliant idea. Not only because 100 ADS kills, that's piss easy, right? That's another camera category done. It's also innovative because I don't think we've seen anything like this before, where you have to use certain attachments, but I also think it helps with the sort of mastery of the gun. If you think about what a gold camo means for a gun, you have mastered that gun. You've completed that gun. You've used everything. That's sort of like, you know the gun the best. But one point I think is really good for this is that you're not really a true master of a gun. You don't really know it like really well until you've used everything. And I think these challenges really help with that because it helps you use different ammo conversions with different, you know, stocks and barrels to, you know, change the weapon fundamentally, which I have to respect this game for. Like at the moment, I'm using these, .30 Russian short 20 round mags, right? They are really good in my opinion. You know, great fire rate, great damage, but you have to reload quite a lot, but the reload's really quick. I genuinely would have never used these if it wasn't for the gold camo. I would have just used something like a 45 round drum, you know, I would have just defaulted to that, but thanks to this camo grind, I'm using something I never would have before, which like I said, I just have to respect it because it's a great feature. But anyway, that's enough about me blabbing on about the camo grind. Overall, DIAMOND SMGs, let's go. We're going to move on to assault rifles now. As I've shown you this video, I'm starting off the STG. Hopefully I can get diamond soon. That's about it. So, thank you guys for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you are new around here. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.